Bonke is one of the people that inspire me. One of the people that I listen to because I know my calling is evangelistic. I was listening to Bonke, and he said he went to a country. Didn't name the name of the country, but he gave names, specific names. And he got there and he was preaching in the church. And the church, about 200 members, all of them old people. Old people. And he asked the pastor, where are all the young people? The pastor said, the young people in this city don't come to church. Come, let me show you where they are. And he carried him. He got to a big building, and it was a disco hall. And all the young people were there dancing. He said, see them. As he was about to leave, God told him, open the dance floor and look. He opened it and he looked, and he said he saw on the young people's faces that what they were enjoying did not have capacity to give them what they wanted in life. He told the man, where is the manager of this place? Who owns this place? I want to meet him. The man said, what is wrong? He said, I want to meet him. And they carried him to the manager or the owner of the place, and he said, give me 5 minutes. Oh my God. Please give me 5 minutes. Let me talk to these young people. 5 minutes.
I would like to just speak to the young people for 5 minutes.
The man said, never. You look like a preacher. Go and preach to your people in church. He said, I just came from church. The problem is that the young people don't come to church. They are here. Just give me 5 minutes.
He looked at me. I just come from church. I looked like a preacher. He said, are you a preacher? I said, yes, I am. He said, go and preach to the people in your church. I said, mister, the young people don't come to church. That's why the preacher comes to the disco. I said, I beg you, give me 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes, sir.
The man said no and walked away. As he was about to go, he too turned his back, and the Holy Spirit said, tell him what you saw when you opened the door. He told him. He said, he held him by the hand and turned him and said, sir, do you think that what these young people need, they can get it in your club? The man said, wow. Just a few days ago, I was thinking about it, that these young people, they come here, but they don't really get what they need for life. I will give you 5 minutes. Come tomorrow, 12 midnight. Reinhard Bonke said when he got home, he got angry with himself. Said, Kai, why did I ask for 5 minutes? Say, if I had known, I would have asked for more time.
I said, Lord, forgive me my foolishness. I put that 5-minute story into his head. Why didn't I ask for more? The Lord didn't say anything. After a while, I started to pray again. I said, Lord, you've created the world in 6 days. You can say the disco in 5 minutes.
He came, he said he arrived 11:45. He sat there in the disco drinking Coca-Cola, waiting. He said once it was 12, he jumped. You know how Bonke is dramatic. He said he jumped on the stage, took the mic from the DJ. He began to speak very quickly because he knew he had only 5 minutes. As he was talking, he began to hear people sob. He first of all told them, sit down. Everybody sat down. He said that's when he realized that there are no chairs in the dance club. Everybody sat on the floor. Then he began to rush. In that quietness, he began to hear people sobbing. One was crying there. One was crying there. One was crying there. He said once you see people sobbing, it's a time to make altar call. If you want this Jesus, come now. Everybody rose on their feet and began to come.
Jumped onto the platform, took the microphone out of the hand of the DJ. And I said, sit down. I've come all the way from Germany. I have got something very important to tell you. I talked very fast because I had no time. And then they all sat down, and then I realized dance halls have no chairs. They all sat on the floor, and I started to preach. And suddenly, the Holy Spirit came in. I was speaking and preaching. I saw 1 minute was past. And suddenly, I heard sobbing. I saw young people wiping their tears. I saw handkerchiefs and tissues everywhere. And when you see tears, you must know it's time for an altar call.
But that's not the story. 1 year later, he came back, and that pastor picked him at the airport and said, Reinhard, I need to show you something. He carried him back to that disco. The disco had become a church. The young people in that place that day, they were the ones, they were waiting to receive him. Do you remember me? I was the one that was on the drums that night. Do you remember me? I was the one that was doing the lighting. One man, yet we are gathering in our numbers. Will we ever have those kind of testimonies? Pleasure wants to finish my generation. Any little discomfort, we want to reject it. Bro, the Christian life is full of discomfort. It's not ease. It's a call to a yoke. A yoke is not comfortable. It begins to regulate your life. If Jesus is not moving, you don't move.